go. Back into the thick of it. And here we go. And we're already all the way back to this, so I actually kind of want to give up on this now. I don't want to do all that again. I don't want to do it, so I won't. But I mean, I may be able to get away with doing like a kind of something like this, just to kind of infer that detail for me. So basically what I'll do is, actually, you know what? Decimation master. As long as I have the front, I don't really care anymore. So we will just pre-process that. We'll decimate that to about 10k. I don't know what it is. Like it's weird whenever I've done streams and stuff before. I always tend to do this thing where I stop remembering that I can do all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like that I've done this before. I'm not new to it. I'm not figuring it out. I know how to do it. I'm just dumb. So let's see. Let's pre-process that again. I mean, as long as we have the shape, I mean, I can just draw in the details. I don't know why I've been so picky. Decimate current. Well, that's a disaster. Let's do that. Decimate current. Alright. Let's see what we got here. I mean, it's better. It's pushing it. Yeah, that's... How was this better? What? Now it's none of it's better. Alright, so we'll do this again. We'll come on down now. Oh, well, yeah, let's cancel that. Let's just decimate this one though. Aha, there we go. So a lot of it comes to these like back faces, and like you see, this is what I'm talking about. Why is it preserving detail here of all places? Because it's like, oh, we don't want to lose those holes. Well, I mean, what happens if we lose the holes? Well, I'll tell you what, you know, my life moves on. I mean, what happens if we lose these holes, the big ones, you know, the ones that I want, that are in there for a reason? Well, shucks, partner. I just don't know what to tell you. That's right, you don't. Shut up. Tired of your grief. So what we're going to do is we're going to mirror and weld just so it's the same dumpster fire on both sides. And we're going to export this bad boy, and we are going to export it as a mistake. So we'll just name it mistake. And then we will switch over our window capture. We'll switch that back over to Maya. Oh yeah, I bet you forgot about that gross old thing, huh? And then save changes to Zbrush project before closing? No. Because I don't care about Zbrush, and I don't care about projects, and I don't care about people, friends, family. None of it. None of it makes sense to me. I don't like any of it. So we're going to import our mistake OBJ. And let's see, I don't know where it is. Oh, there. Oh, there it is. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Oh, alright, well that actually turned out a little better than I was worried it would not. Okay, so I'm just kind of getting it into position. Pretty sure it's supposed to be about that size. Oh man, I don't know why, but I have to keep going back in and resetting the display on all these things. So I don't get these vertices everywhere. I turned it on once, and it was really helpful for some low poly stuff. And then now it's just a part of my everyday nightmare. So what it is that we're going to do is we're going to come down to the front Z, and we are going to import our image again. Let me see. Can you guys see this window? All right, thank goodness. I don't know why. I mean, I shouldn't be nervous. There's like I don't have any disturbing pictures or anything like that. I just don't want to like accidentally click on something from my my comic book and spoil it for all those who watch, and by that I mean absolutely no one who watches. Well, I'm kind of a disaster zone. So let me see here. what do we got? We got, what was I looking for? I'm pretty sure I just named it Spawn. Yeah, I did. Of course. Of course I would. I mean, because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I just name it Spawn? Okay, alright, yeah. So as you can see, that's just about right. I mean, so we're going by the front plane, because this is how I'm probably going to add a toon shader to everything, just so I can get it all to look right. And yeah, well, maybe I'm pretty sure it's not like that big. It's about like that. Yeah, so we'll do it like that. And then for this chain, did I kind of screw this up a little bit? No, I did not. Okay, so it's more like a, or maybe I did. Huh. This is, I see. Oh, I see, of course. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's see. So I rotated these to get them to look right. I should have froze the transform or something, or done something. I'm not a 3D genius, but well, actually, I guess there's not much more to say about that. I mean, I'm just not a 3D genius. So we will go to the control vertices for this bad boy, and it looks like maybe not as dumb as I look. And we will go back here. Perfect. Awesome. Yes, that is exactly what we want. And we got our image plane back, so we can really see all that. So this is the drawing. This is the piece that I'm working on. But I wanted to. One thing that always stood out to me in the comics from certain Spawn artists was the chains. I'm just like, man, sitting there and drawing chains forever must be a pain in the butt. But here's the thing: is that I found out that some of them actually do use 3D for the chains. So I wanted to kind of have that sort of look where, you know, everything is hand drawn, but then we got the two chains. Aren't I a zinger? So also, here's the thing, is that I kind of want to just hide the selection highlighting and stuff, and there we go. So basically I want to add the spikes to his thing also in 3D, because as much as I like to draw everything else, I never invested the time or the energy into getting good at drawing spikes, and that is because I don't like spikes. Just very often as a design choice. On Spawn I like them, obviously. Otherwise I would just find a way to draw him without the spikes. But I do not draw spikes very well. That does need to be said. And I think it's also because eventually you get to the spikes that are, you know, they basically point directly at you. And I'm just like, oh, that's not visually interesting. And I want every spike to look, you know, just super spiky. And obviously when they're pointing directly at you, they don't look spiky because they're, you know, in just monochromatically, it's really hard to convey that, you know, that point without just drawing a bunch of lines to the tip. I mean, because I feel like that's what a novice would do, of course, you know, a freaking novice. So that's a good starting point, so we'll just duplicate that. Oh, well, my neighbors are out there having a tiff. Oh man, an allowed TIFF. I wonder what's going on. It's probably something you guys did. I don't know why I keep addressing an audience that doesn't exist. It's because I guess here at Pepperidge Farms we just care a little bit more. Yeah, alright, okay. I think that's good enough for the most part. I might... actually, it's probably better to do each of these individually. Maybe, I don't know, actually. It's kind of looking about right. I mean, I'll move this over so it doesn't look so much like it's touching that bad boy. There we go. See, so this is the view that it looks like in the 3D space, but in the 2D space. Oh, now we're cooking with Moses. Yeah. So the thing that I always wondered about with Spawn and his spikes is because these spikes go all the way around. I mean, what happens when he needs to do stuff like this, right? Where he's like, you know, or he's got to crouch or something like that. I guess normally he doesn't, or he leans forward. Like, he seems to always find a way to not lean on that leg. But for me, I'm just like, come on. It's unnecessary. It hurts. Doesn't feel good. Let's just get rid of the spikes unless we really need them. So what we're going to do here is, I think we can live without spikes on that. I know everyone's going to be like, but where's the spikes? My dad had spikes on his thing. Well, your dad is dead, so shut up. And we're just going to make that smaller. See, I don't even, is that visible to my, there we go. And, yeah, gotta make that smaller. Oh, we just gotta make it smaller. And, yeah, so we'll do that. Duplicate, move it back a little bit. And we'll do that, and move it back a little bit. You can't really see when it's moved back, I mean, for whatever reason. So we'll do that, move it down. So let's see, yeah. We'll get all close for this so we can really make sure that it's up to code. And yeah, we'll go a little more like this. I feel like it's, yeah. Yeah, sorry about the sounds of traffic, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have like a professional like soundproof setup or anything like that, as I'm sure many of you don't. Otherwise, you would be doing this for a living, wouldn't you? Bastards. Let's see. So we got kind of a mess going on right now. This is not working out. There we go. I mean, it's funny when you can like see the points and they're all like kind of look like googly eyes. Perfect. Perfecto. Alright, we got our spikes and we got our chains. So now comes the hard part. So I'm going to save that just so I don't lose all my progress. So what it is that we're going to do now. So Spawn actually has chains from like here to, oh well, if I could stop screwing up. So he actually has them from here to here, and we need to build that. So we could actually probably reuse this skull, and we probably should. So